Hi and welcome back. This is part 6 of the video of dwpcorruption.co.uk. With me in closure, I've got Alan Darby, who's going to continue the conversation with my good friend Roy Jenkins from Gets Out at the Drop Party, who will be now concluding and talking of the nature of corruption that's taken place and similarities of both these cases. And we know for a fact that there's even more people out there that will come forward after this discussion on corruption that will hopefully lead to arrests of government bodies and the corrupt arseholes that are running the country. So over to Alan. Roy, come and take the seat, mate.
Hey.
Right, it's nice to meet you. It's the first time I've met you through good friend Martin.
Yeah.
Although I've met probably 2 hours earlier, but we've never met as per se as met before. And I noticed your case through reading your internet had one or two similarities. Therefore, I should imagine there would be quite a lot of interactive associations. One firm I noticed was the firm of solicitors. I can remember the second name, Pickering
and Butcher, Stafford. Yeah.
Yes. And the Professor Peter Jordan. I dealt with the Professor Peter Jordan, who was both instances the solicitors that we've just talked about. I asked them if they were Mason solicitors, and they said, we don't want to answer that question. Put the phone down and ask the OSS if they could be taken off the list for me to be dealt with. And the Peter Jordan was a criminologist, but I noticed you've got both these people in your case, and of course the Warwickshire Police.
Yeah, well, with mine, with Pickering and Butters, I believe her name was Pierce. She was a solicitor. She entered false documentation into court. She entered false statements of truth into court. When I appeared in Warsaw courts, the judges turned around and said, not even interested. I reported this to Staffordshire Police Chief Constable Swift and the Gifford, and the reply I received, I believe I put this letter on before, the reply I received was the fact they'd signed false documents of truth, entered them into the court system, which is a serious criminal act. The police wasn't even interested. As I stated before with the Bradford and Bingley, the police wrote me letters telling me they'd passed my file to Staffordshire Crown Prosecution Services. Last year I was told by Mr. Harry Ireland, who's the Chief Crown Prosecutor for Staffordshire, I'm going through all the paperwork, he's never ever received any claim, any file from Staffordshire Fraud Squad on my behalf. And we've had this, I'm listening to Alan talking, this with Warwick Police. It's exactly the same situation again. We gave evidence, we gave files of evidence. The solicitor that they were allegedly investigating was the duty solicitor for Warwickshire Police Force, which is Aidan Morrissey. They told me they didn't know where he was. Then, lo and behold, I find out he's actually on the police force's football team. But as I say, people should come forward. We know it's happening. We can show more and more it's happening. If you go onto DWP, there's a lot of people coming on there. We just want people to say, come forward with your story. But if you come forward with a story, please make sure anything you say, you've got evidence to back it up. They can't prosecute the truth. I've asked to be arrested. No, but I've asked Blair to arrest me, Brown to arrest me, Chief Constables to arrest me. Not one will do it. But if you go to the courts, forget it.
Have you complained to the IPCC, right?
I had 3 letters in December of 2008, one to Warwickshire Police, one to Staffordshire Police, one to West Midlands Police. I actually taped the case manager that was supposed to be working for me, Andy Thompson. When I had a letter come back from West Midlands Police, professional standards, how they call it that name.
Lovely
and they turned around and said I was being vexatious, and it was more than a year old. Warwickshire Police told me to sod off, they weren't interested. I was told at the end of January 2009 by Warwickshire, Staffordshire professional standards, a letter had been sent to me on the 6th of January. Still waiting.
Do you know, when you're into Warwickshire,
I was going to have a photograph taken and show it to the police. They make a big thing, the bear and the staff. You are now entering Warwickshire, Shakespeare's country. And I always wanted to write, you enter under threat of life. This is the most corrupt county with the smallest police force in the country, because the Warwickshire Police is the smallest. Now, when I complained to the IPCC, they wrote a 32-page document in response to what the police should do. And they said, and this is, the police wrote a 32-page document in response to what the IPC told them. The officer in charge of the investigations that covered up the multi-million-pound fraud was a guy called Treadwell. And I asked him how much he got. He took early retirement and a big pension. That was his reward. He was no good as a police officer anyway. They were probably glad to get rid of him. That's why he got the job, to cover it up. But the IPCC says specifically, and they use the word specifically, Mr. Darby, the Warwickshire Police are to specifically investigate the conduct of DC Treadwell. And in response to that, the Warwickshire Police wrote a 32-page document. And it was page 40-odd, paragraph 40-odd, and it was 3 lines. We have no intentions of even contacting DC Treadwell.
Exactly the same as
no intention of contacting him. So the IPCC and the so-called professional standards tell the IPC what to do. The government puts the IPCC in charge to monitor the police. They are the police watchdog. Yet the police tell the IPCC, go stick your head up your ass.
But we've come back to
the monkey and the organ grinder.
I actually taped Andy Thompson, the casework manager, and he actually stated to me, I believe it was January of this year, and he stated the IPCC don't like to investigate police officers. They prefer to leave it to the professional standards people of whichever force, because they know better how to investigate. That's how you do it. You're never going to get anybody to find their own officers guilty.
When O'Brien, in actual fact, going back to Mike O'Brien, when he asked me for the documentation, it was never my MP, so he broke strict rule of convention, dealing with another constituency. Unknown to me at the time, until I read Thatcher's Parliamentary Companion, at the time he asked for it, he was advisor to police, advisor to the government for the police authority. If that wasn't a conflict of interest, then I don't know what was. And Mr. O'Brien, if you wish to take legal action against me, as you've already been told on SACL, www.sacl.info, that website has been up for 4 years now. And you are a thief and a liar and a racist. You promised, you said you was going to take action against the black man that wrote, or you accused of committing libel. I'm saying it now, and this documentation is going worldwide. So, if I can't impeach you, would you therefore turn around and offer me the courtesy and your constituents to issue libel action against me? You are a thief, you are a liar, and you are a racist. And I can prove that. I can prove every single word I say against you. You are a thief, a liar, and a racist.
There you go. As I say, it's pretty well much mine, it's pretty well much the same. I've got to the point now where I'll write to these people just out of interest to see what they come back with. You know you're never going to get anything done. You won't get anything done until people join up and they make a noise. And this is the only way anybody will take any notice. An individual, throw them away. So you're not interested.
So the cases that we talk about are not.
Yeah. Okay, thanks very much. We've got to see you later.
Mart, I think you brilliant. Did it sound good? Now we've got to eat Dudley now.